pretty good, pretty long too. We've got some East Coast Southern stuff in there. Light, but you got a big signal. W6YEC. NY6L. Well, okay. Boy, what a pleasant conductor price right there for me. Appreciate you, gentlemen. Yeah. Write down some calls here. I guess I could use this space here. So I have W6YEC, NY6L, and then 6WHK. Okay. Welcome to the earnings Swan Net. I thought I may have heard John in there, N9AMI. You in there, John?
I am here at 9 AMI.
I kind of thought that you were. All right, we'll put you right after N6WHT. N9AMI. I thought I heard you in there. Well, okay. Not too much other interference on the frequency, so I'm a little bit below the 95, I believe. So, welcome to the Swan Net, earlies, and let's take it this way. George, W6YEC, pass it to Jay, NY6L, and then Jay to Phil, and 6WHK, and Phil to N9AMI, and then please pause between. Let's pick up any early check-in. K6, green light.
And JKN's on frequency.
Okay, hello, Kevin, JKN. Tell you what, let's pick him up. Kevin, how are you? And what's the good word from the city there, south of San Francisco? K6LJ.
Okay, I'll just make it quick here. I just came on frequency. I was up on 3870 a little while ago. This is WA6JKN, Kevin Gilroy, operating the Collins KW Sugar 1. I'm not sure what frequency I'm on yet. I haven't even looked. I just zero beat it. I believe it was YEC. Nobody was on 95, so that's what I had to do. No problem. I'll follow you up and down the band wherever it takes us. A great group of folks. WA6JKN, back to you, Skip.
Signal for you party in here, okay. Let's see if there's anybody else before we go back to the top of the list. Welcome aboard, Kevin, to the Swan Net earnings. We still have a little time there before we officially start the net, but hey, unofficially all are welcome. Hi. Anybody else for the Swan Net? K6LJ.
There we go.
Okay, didn't hear any other signals. So, let's go to the top of the list. W6YEC to NY6L to N6WHT to N9AMI and W6JKN. This is K6 Little Green Light in Santa Monica on my 500 Charlie X-ray. Go ahead, George. Okay, very good. There's just
W6YEC. Right back. Well, good to hear you. It's good to have a band here. Good to hear Jay and Phil and Don and Kevin back from Texas. And I listened a little bit last night to the Collins Net. Sounded pretty good. We, of course, blanked out on Thursday night. We just the conditions weren't good enough. I did hear Charles and communicated with him. And John might have been in there too, I think. but there was anything local. Phil and I did a little experimenting afterwards between the horizontal and the vertical antenna. That was interesting. It worked out the way I kind of figured it would. And the vertical helping on the communicating ground voice over there in Phil's place. Anyway, we're on the Swan 500, and certainly enjoyed this radio. And it was a good day today. Overall, I did have a memorial service. One of my dear friends, pastor friends, that passed away Unfortunately, I have another one next Saturday. But, and both passed cancer, so it was just difficult. And they weren't at the age that you want them, that you would expect them to pass. So it was one of those difficult times. Anyway, got some things done around here. That two of my tuners sold that had come in with that half station I bought to help the guy out moving to Cincinnati, and one of them needed the meters and gears and what have you. Got that all done, and somebody bought both of them. And they're going up to San Francisco, and I think going to the Philippines. Anyway, they went bye-bye, and we've been slowly getting rid of things here and recovering our finances that we put out to purchase this whole station. So that's worked out. And got a little dummy load that is coming in from that thing. Station and it's a problem. Fixed it out, got it all going. It seems to be working. The dummy load that MFJ has, they say they advertise it as 1.5K. All right, but here's the fine print. It'll take 100 watts for 10 minutes, and it'll take 1,500 feet for 10 seconds. Now that's not on the unit. The unit is 1.5 kW.
It's a dry dummy load.
Anyway, that was kind of interesting to research and find out. And we have our TR4 set up. I was anxious to want to use it so tonight. It's just working beautiful with the remote. So we got the C line up for sale. Got somebody looking at it. So you wish he had the room right now. He's picking up, but he's got to move some equipment. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But send it down a little bit. And getting ready to hop on an airplane on Monday. Heading to Dallas there, Kevin. I'll be flying right over our home there in Sweetwater, Texas. We got 100 acres there. Here's about last week. You guys are getting. Anyway, just flying over there. I won't have time to just go to Sweetwater, but have a conference all week there in Dallas. All right, that's it for me. Let's move it to dear friend Jay up in Xperia. You know, everything's going up there. How come we have stuff there? NY6L. That's the point.
AWS. We got you. Tell you what, before you pick it up, Jay, let's give it to Ron for a second. For a short one. K6000, welcome aboard, Ron. Yeah, okay, Skip. Well, just put me in the rotation. I'll take my turn. So go ahead, Jay. Okay, it wasn't strong as usual, but since the break goes to all the movie that wants to, A6, alright. Okay. KD6BWS. Okay. Go ahead, Jay. K6, what do you bring up?
Early after, or a coincidence after a flu shot, but anyway, we're running Collins F line this evening, above the two rigs here, and I'm going to be water WY6L and 6WHK. I hope you get to feel them a lot better. Those shots didn't bother me any, but a friend of mine, they did. They put him down for about 2 days. Anyway, I hope you get to feeling better. Anyway, I haven't done much of anything around here. I've got 3 boxes left, and I'll have the kitchen finished. But I'm going to have a big truckload of stuff going to thrift stores, and maybe selling a little bit of stuff at the floppy air garage sale or something on that order. Boy, it's been a long, hard process. I didn't realize what I was getting into. Now, Kevin, you should have told me you've been down this road. Anyway, with that, I'm going to turn it on over to S9 AMI. Look at a beautiful signal tonight. And 6WHK.
Okay, N6WHK, N9AMI. Good deal. Hearing everybody. Band's a little bit different tonight because of the conditions are changing, but I'm hearing everybody. Different signal levels, but no problem. No problem at all. I'm on the Cute 175, the SW 175 here tonight with the backed up by the Big Henry amplifier 3CX 1200 here. And I'm on the 80-meter Wyndham off-center fed dipole, I should say OCF, up at 40 foot. And what else? It's snowing like a Dickens here. That's about all I can say about that on the air. And I am doing a little stream here tonight, just a live stream with the webcam, so who knows how that'll turn out. I did turn the heater on the Starlink to make sure that the snow wasn't bothering the internet, but you never know. It's in the green right now, but you never know. So that's it. Skip, I know Bill's in here somewhere. He was on earlier, the Swan Junkie. So hopefully he comes on with his sweet 175 tonight. And I think I'm at the bottom of the list. I think. I'm going to send it back to you, Skip. If not, you can correct me there. K6LGL N9AMI. Uh-oh. Sounds like the band that went out. Let's try the vertical.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I took a bit of a USB fade, John. Started out about 15 over 9 and went down to about below S8. But that's the way the band is.
You went away totally.
I'm not sure what question you asked me. Would you care to repeat? K6 audio.
I just didn't know where I was. I think I was at the tail end, and that's why I sent it back to you there, Skip.
Okay, well, actually, okay, John, and by the way, thank you. I listened to your recording of the Collins Net, and, you know, conditions were fairly good. And I noticed you used different kinds of displays along that, with the waterfall also. So, appreciate that. All right, I guess it goes over to you there, Kevin, W6JKN, and then please pass it over to Ron, KD6VWS. In the meantime, let's take a standby. Maybe K2LNQ and others might stop by. K6, blue, green light.
Yeah, okay. Very good, Skip. Let me get my bias adjusted. Okay. K6LGO, the Swan Group, WA6JKN. Signals are a little challenging tonight, but I'm doing okay. I'm getting over a cold. I can always tell when my cold is over from memory. It's been a long time since I've had a cold, and it's when I start losing my voice. That means the end is near. So
starting to feel really, really good. And so hopefully tomorrow I'll at least get half my voice back. So anyway, I'm on the Collins KW Sugar 1 tonight.
I don't know where to tune you in. Your voice sounds funny, Kevin.
3072, I think I was talking to Frank on AM. He was running a Johnson 500. I was running the KW Sugar 1 on AM. And let's see, what else? Not much new to report on here. I was having an RFI problem with one of my irrigation controllers. And so that was solved with a series of 0.01 microfarad capacitors to shut out the RF across the field coils of the solenoids used to activate the valves for the sprinkler system. That took care of that nonsense. And just been enjoying sitting here in the shack, reading and monitoring the various signals across the band. And that was a lot of fun. I'm just so happy that the higher bands are open. Not people are just running their barefoot, being heard 10, 15, 20 over S9. And so that's always
give you guys a different view here. Try it anyway.
Be able to operate your radio without even having mess with the amplifier. Now, having mentioned the amplifier, I did been telling you guys for the past two and a half years that I've been looking for an amplifier, and I've been down selecting and changing my mind and going to a different one, and I did have my heart set on the ICOM PW2, but the ICOM company kind of let me down. I've been waiting 2.5 years for their amplifier, so I finally said, I'm not getting any younger, so I'm not going to wait any longer. So I kicked Dip to the curb. So I started looking at other amplifiers, the Expert 1.2 and so on and so forth. I kicked them to the curb because they had too many LD MOS failures. And then went over to some others, and there were some engineering claims that didn't make any sense, and so I kicked into the curb. So I finally ended up, believe it or not, with one of the best deals and the best engineering amplifier that I think is out there in the market. Full legal limit, SO2R, and remote control capabilities, and it's called the Mercury Lux. The Mercury Lux, that was one of the amplifiers I put myself down on the list here earlier in the year. My name finally came up. I was selected last week, and I went ahead and sent them the money, and my amplifier is in production right now, and if all goes well through assembly and the extensive testing program that they have, I should have my amplifier sometime in December. So next month, I should have my new solid-state amplifier, and it's beautiful. If you haven't heard about it, look it up. I got it simply because of its reliability and EHAM posts, as well as customer service is the big thing right there. The best customer service ever. I've been working with these folks since earlier in the year, and they've just been a wonderful, wonderful group to work with. And let's see what else. Their software, their interface for remote control operation is the most logical, one of the best looking pieces of software, state of the art. And I just, if I was to buy an amplifier based on looks, just on the software interface, it sold me the first time I looked at it. It was like love at first sight. So, having said all that, watch, I'll burn up the amplifier the first day I get it. But no, it's got all the protection circuits built in.
I hope not.
And so that's going to keep me out of trouble. It's got what we call several altitude mistakes built in. So if you're flying too low to the ground, it will
It's got such a wide fisheye lens. I'd really look like I really have no hair left. The hell?
Then, so I'm happy for that. All right, so like I said, I'll be here next month, and then next time I'm in Tyler, Texas, I'll be operating the hand amplifier. I'll be heading out there probably right after the first of the year, or maybe in I'm sure it's going to have to be after the first of the year. All right, let's see what else. Fine business on flying over your 100-acre ranch out there, George. Yeah, it's nice to have a lot of space. People are talking about rhombic antennas and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if anybody's ever realized it, but have you seen the antennas out there in Texas? The minimum height is 250 feet. So the ham operators out there, their antennas are 250 feet in elevation.
No, they're not.
And you have to hire somebody that's an antenna tower climber. You know, I'm not climbing up at that altitude. No way. So a rhombic, it's too much trouble hanging up all that wire. So I'm not going to do rhombics. I'm not going to do anything like that. I'm just going to have a hex beam. That's all I need. Hex beam at 100 watts on 17 meters. 15 meters, 10 meters, so on and so forth. All right, well, listen, I'm losing my voice, so let me get it back over to the next person in the lineup. And we know who that is.
Ron.
That's the great, the one and only Ron in Joshua Tree, KD6VWS, and the Fine Swan Group, WA6JKN. Take it away, Ron.
All right, Kevin, WA6JKN, KD6VWS. Yeah, you're booming in here, sounding good, Kevin. Everybody's coming in good. John, you're smoking in here. Hello, Bill and Jay and George and Skip. Yeah, good band. I hope it stays that way.
I hope this live stream is smoking enough.
Your amplifier there. Yeah, it'll be nice for the relay, for the remote setup for sure. Okay, well, I'm on the Swan 350C and the usual antenna and all that stuff. And went out to my cruise today. Boy, it's chilly though. Whew. Man, the weather has gotten cold here. I think it's down in the 30s right now. Anyway, went out to Sunthird of the dry lake bed and cruised around out there, stuff. So I had a good time there. So, alrighty then, and
Who says Swan's Drift? This thing's fine, man.
Song got liberated. Hee-haw. That's
I'm just messing with the volume.
So, I guess I'm on the caboose, so I guess I'll send it back up to you, Skip.
There he goes. Band's changing.
KD6VWS.
Alright, Skip. Be on frequency, Skip.
You build up to 15.
Not really.
Well, big QSB, but good Q5 with everybody. Good evening to you. KD6VWS. This is Skip K6LGL in Santa Monica with the Swan Net. Yeah. I'm glad they liberated, but boy, the Russians blew up the waterworks and also the electrical power station. So, you know, usual, what do you expect? But Ukrainians are very, very resourceful. So.
Alright, I tuned you, Skip.
Little by little, they'll get things going again. And I'm glad for that. And of course,
and he's fading out.
Also like
Band conditions.
Here. Yeah, it's a little cool here by the ocean. Finally turned on my home heating system. So that helps a little bit because in the late afternoon, after about 6 o'clock or so, it gets pretty cool. So, and you know what we consider cool here, or spoiled people on beach bums. 50 degrees is considered cool. Just like to be a little more comfortable. As nice as the dropping. So,
30 41 degrees here right now.
Seas there.
And snowing.
So, it gets a little uncomfortable as it gets close to 40-degree temperature there. Alrighty. Let's see if anybody else is done. I guess I wonder where our friend Paul is there from near Kingman, and anybody else. Do you have
Where's the
anybody
Swan
else
Junkie at?
Swan Net, and then we'll go to the usual. K6L Joe.
Nobody.
Well, nothing heard, so let's go back.
What happened? Boy, he fell out.
Yeah, 9 AMI, John, this signal does from my new. You and Kevin got the phone to signal. And then to W6 HKM, Kevin there. And 6 WM. So I'm on 9. Uh-oh. Oh, well, no, I guess it's
You got a problem, Skip.
It needs to be made. Okay, we're back in business now. So I have something intermittent on my Coda 2 cord and the microphone, so eventually I'll replace it. So, back to the top of the line, and
Skip, replace it tonight.
so
After the Nets, replace it.
And when did you say you're leaving for Dallas? W6 YEC K6LGO.
Okay, Dragon IP, in case anybody else was in there. Let me get back on frequency here. I'm going to get it back on 95. That's good. Yeah, I thought you had gone down, gone up a little bit there. Forget that. Everybody else was pretty close, but we want to make sure that we certainly don't creep up this getting these guys up there early, right? All right, I hope that's okay. Yeah, I'll just double check frequency. Very good on everybody's report and conditions and activity. Kevin, excellent on finally settling on an amplifier. I was going to look that up and see what that's all about. I hope they come through by December. That would be nice to have it here. And I'm like, I'm assuming you checked out, so we'll do everything you want us to do with all wise and what have you. So, congratulations on that. And I'm leaving Skip on Monday around 12:30 fly out. And get there around 5. Dallas. And the coffee is right there. And yes, that's it. Item. So don't have too far to travel. Although I want to figure I have a speaker next to which I'll miss. Because I don't get in there until 5, and I don't think I can get over there to the hotel and all of that done by 6. But time nationally and internationally. That was falling off with the pandemic and travel and expenses of some of the international. So it'll be a good time on the tour. And then that's 39 time around activity on Friday for the weekend. So, but I've spent this week getting my radio broadcast ready, so I had to have the one for this weekend, and then what we'll do is I had to have next weekend ready. So when I got home, I didn't have to try to deal with that. And since the following weekend is Thanksgiving, and I'll do broadcasts around gratitude and Thanksgiving. Now that I already really have, and so I'm in pretty good shape for the month of November, and being out of town and having things ready to go for the radio. That's always a big relief to have that all covered. And like I said, we've been working around here on projects, fixing things out of that station that I bought. Lots of little things that needed fixing, like that one of the MSJ tuners.
Sorry about that, guys. I wasn't watching the volume.
Gears. Anyway, we're making progress on that, and had a couple of keyers come in, Kevin. They're MSJ type, they're venture paddles, and then they've got their own keyer design, memory and what have you that hooks over the venture.
Looks like the stream is kind of getting crummy right now.
Neither one of them.
Not much I can do.
But now they're both working, so that's
we're back.
That's pretty cool.
A little bit of weather, I think.
For them, so we'll put
Bad streaming. That's why usually I'm not streaming, because you never know here. Out rural.
Audio stuff coming in. And that went to another ham. A friend of mine came over and picked it up yesterday. And I must have got him with all the stuff I bought. I got a Fender ham, digital type of deal, and foot pedals and a bunch of other stuff I don't know anything about. But he came over and I lunched him with him. And so he's going to call me today how thrilled he was, telling me what they could do and all of that. So,
hey, when they turn it over to me, I'm going to grab the camera and I'll put it on the watt meter, and you'll see what a 3CX 1200 does on the low setting. Okay.
And I had a 220.
It's a good amplifier.
Amplifier sitting around. It's made for a handheld to bring it up to 40 watts. So I gave him that, and I didn't think anything more about it. He said, well, do you have the microphone, which actually goes through the amplifier for controlling you? Have the key and the cable for connecting to the bolt thing, I guess it is. And I think, what the heck is that? What could that be? I never used it. Then I thought, oh, it must be up in the attic with all the boxes. All the key boxes for the equipment. Yeah, lo and behold, up through there it was, had everything in it. So I was able to bless him with that today. So that was kind of cool. Anyway, I didn't have time to get on the classic exchange. I don't know if that was today. I know it's tomorrow. And so I kind of was curious if you were just rank queuing up there, Kevin, or down there, I should say, on the AM frequency or close to it, or if you're doing anything with the classic exchange. I wonder if you're going to get on there tomorrow with and exchange information for the classic exchange. I don't know if I'll have time or not to do that with my schedule. So, we'll see. Anyway, that's it for me. The signal seems to be holding up pretty good. So, without delay, I just wanted to say congratulations on the F-line. I think you said you got that from TK. I wondered where you got that from. And so, is that a 32S1, 35S1? I'm assuming that's what you picked up. And I had that station, loved it, a station like it. And it was just really, really great. And it spread out a little bit more than the great here, when you spread it all out. But it's very, very nice. I enjoyed it for a number of years, and I've had a number of that ones. So I know that the dream will set up, and you're going to really enjoy it and find business on getting it up and running. And it sounds good, by the way. It sounds good. John, not the best signal tonight. I don't know if it's conditions or what, but fine on the off-center bit window. One of my favorite antennas I use once a year. That's the house next door. All right, enough of that. NY6L, take it away. W6Y.
All right, very good. Thank you there, George. As the dogs in the background are barking. Three-ring circus there. Oh, well. Anyway, let me close the door here. Hold on. Okay, close the door to the bedroom here. Bedroom shop, as I call it, number 2. Yeah, if I sound a little nasally, a little
dropping is 47 degrees, and get down about 34-ish, thereabouts. So, yeah, it gets cold up here. Yeah, it gets triple digit up here. Real four seasons here, it even snowed up here too. And, well, and one plus thing too is clean, fresh air up here. When I drive down to LA Basin, I can see that layer of gray goop floating there. So there you go. Okay, enough of that, and over there to N6WHK NY6L Hesperia.
NY6L and 6WHK. Well, at least you get four seasons up there. We just get a little bit of cold down here. And today it was a beautiful day. I don't know what the temperature was, but it was short sleeve shirt and short pants weather. So that's about all we had today. It was good weather. Of course, we're a lot further south than you are, up there in the high desert. We're, fairly close to Mexico, and less than rock throwing distance. But it works out. It's pretty nice. We got a little snow up in the mountains, so we stay out here. We can go to the beach in the morning and go to play in the snow in the afternoon. And it's about true, because a lot of people do. And I used to go up there quite a bit, but every time the snow falls, you get a bunch of crazies up there, and so I stay as far away from it as I can. Anyway, it's been like I say, it's been a beautiful day down here. I hope it's that way to you guys tomorrow. With that, I'm going to turn it on over to John, N9AMI. It's all yours, my friend, N6WHK.
Okay, N6WHK, N9AMI. All right, well, good signals all the way around, and yeah, Skip, you better get on that fix there, like, right after net. I don't want to be hearing that happening again. You're a professional. Anyways, well, good on all. I don't have too much to add tonight. I'm just messing around with the streaming camera here, and I'm on the LP100 showing the power out right now. Looks like a scotch, just a scotch above of legal limit, but not exact. Anyways, I'm surprised Bill isn't here. He was on just before net, and the damn bum must be eating those cookies again, and probably fell asleep on the couch. So I don't know. I don't know what he's doing, but maybe he'll pop in. He likes to pop in at the end. So other than that, nothing else really to say. So I'll make this my 73 and listen out to the rest of the net and let you guys have at it. Over to you, Kevin. WA6JKN N9AMI. There's Bill.
Well, if that didn't wake Bill up, I don't know what would. Go ahead, Bill. Pick it up and turn it over to WA6JKN.
Not too strong, though.
Hey, real good, guys. Well, I'm just going to jump in here and say hello. I'm working on a project. I took a little bit of a break and had a cookie. I'm also known as Swan Junkie, so I want to make it official here on the Swan Net. And I'm looking for those old Swan transceivers, the ones that are headed to the trash can. Hopefully not, but
like this one.
I'm ready to rescue them. Anyway, guys, you have a good evening. I'm looking around for some Type 26 tubes. Somebody wanted one. I think Ron wanted some. He was working on an amp water can, so I'm still kind of looking around for those. Oh, yeah, I was going to talk about my Collins 51J2 that just came in. Wow, what a nice receiver. Boy, I'll tell you, that thing is built. Something that's almost, 70 years old?
That's not going to
Wow, what a beautiful radio. Well, anyway, someone's gonna really enjoy it because I don't know if I have room for it, so gonna head out of here. I'm looking for about a 3-foot, 19-inch rack mount cabinet with a door on the back.
Put this back on the tripod.
Do something with it, with equipment coming in. Anyway, y'all have a good one, and yep, I'm trying to pass the good word there for you about the net. Get the word out there. See how it goes. Anyway, back there too, you Skip, you know what to do. K6LGO. K6LJ.
Oh, thank you, Bill. Good evening. Welcome aboard. But it goes actually to Kevin. Kevin turned, and then Kevin will pass it to Ron, KD6VWS. Welcome aboard, Bill. Go ahead, Kevin.
All right, thank you very much, Skip. And good to hear you in there, Bill. Boy, I tell you what, those cookies must be some really good cookies. Yeah, maybe you can share the recipe or hand down our addresses to the ones that are making them for you.
I hope they're not the California cookies.
By all. And let's see, the streaming work that you've been doing, John, I really enjoy that stuff. It's amazing. I know it's not to you, but to some of us, it's time and commitment, and that's a big deal in my book. Thank you very much for doing that. And let's see what else. Yeah, George, it's called the Mercury Lux amplifier. Mercury as in the Mercury program, and Lux as in luxury, I guess, is how they came up with that. Mercury started off I think it was about 5 years ago, out of Florida. It's a U.S. company that started making amplifiers, and prior to coming up with the full legal limit amplifier that they have now, which is called the Lux, they were best known for the Mercury 3 Sugar, which is a 1200 watt amplifier, and it's flawless. Nobody's reported it's got a perfect score, flawless, and he's got the warranties that he offers is something that needs to be really taken into account when you look at amplifiers. These LD-MOS devices, the final amplifiers, if they go bad, you just can't replace them. It's a special manufacturing process. I won't get into it here, but his company provides a lifetime warranty for the final amplifier replacement. That doesn't mean you don't have to buy the LD-MOSes if they go bad, but he's providing a replacement free of charge if you ever have one go bad. And but you shouldn't have one go bad because they do extensive testing before they release the amplifier. They run it through its rigors. These LD.
Here we go. Hang on, guys. Hang on.
Load, and they're designed to continue to operate even after a dead short. So that's how well made these devices are. So long as you don't have a automatic antenna tuner built in, because usually that goes bad with the amplifiers, is those components can't handle the additional current. So it's always good to consider when you buy these state amplifiers. Don't buy one with the antenna tuner built in. You're just asking for trouble. Make it a separate box. You may have to pay a little bit more, but it's better to pay for another antenna tuner than the whole amplifier, if you know what I mean. All right. So, but I don't use antenna tuners. Only on exception when I'm outside the band, outside the operating area of the band that I don't normally go to. All my antennas are cut to be resident on the bands that frequencies that I operate within those various bands. I have 20 through 6 meters that are resident, and I have 40 and 75 that's resident. And so that's quite a large number of antennas that I don't even use an antenna tuner on. So that's going to work out really nice. The amplifier will allow me to remote. When I use my radio and change bands, it sends a signal over to the amplifier and it changes bands, and of course the solid state amplifier automatically tunes up and all that kind of stuff. It also allows me to have multiple antennas. Instead of calling them antennas, why don't I just call them transmission lines? I think it has up to four or six transmission lines I can switch to. Just think of them as a rotary switch, antenna switch. I don't like to call them antenna ports because each antenna port could have, like my hex beam has 20 through 6 meters. Okay, so that's a lot of antennas just on one antenna port. And then, of course, my fan dipole for 40 and 75 meters is on another antenna distribution port or antenna port. That's 2 additional antennas. So at most, I'll be using 2 antenna ports for 7 or 8 bands. So that's pretty cool. And it's all done electronically. It's seamless. That's why I'm really excited about it. I get to see everything in living color. That's the other thing I like about it. Whereas ICOM, they have state-of-the-art technology, but their control software is something from back in the days of the 60s. And I never could understand why their software people that write their software control programs aren't utilizing the state-of-the-art techniques for image or visual control to make it look, up to date, things like that. So it makes it easier, it's cleaner, they use good visual control. This is the company out of Florida, and I love it. The theme is consistent throughout their amplifier, their remote control software, as well as their automatic antenna tuner, which is a separate box, like I said. They got it, they understood it, and they made sure that their antenna tuner remained separate from the amplifier. I'm glad they did that. So it's called the Mercury Lux. You can find it on the internet. Read up on the reports and stuff like that. And of course, the Mercury 3 sugar is the one they're really well known for, because they've been selling that for a great number of years. And they got some YouTube videos as well. Check those out, especially for the one on the Mercury Lux. It's pretty darn impressive. All right, well that's it for me. I'm gonna give my voice a rest. It's trying to break through. It really is. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be back to normal, if not by Monday. So over to you, Ron. I saw the exit for Joshua Tree as I was heading back. Once I got into California on my way back from, let's see, I went from Tyler, Texas to, where was that? I stopped at a hotel, Van Horn. Yeah, it was called Van Horn, Texas. And then from Van Horn, we took off, and we decided not to drive through El Paso. We drove around it this time, because when you get down into the El Paso area, you got to be careful, because you got people running across the freeway there, and you get families running across the freeway. So I don't want to ever do that again. So there's a road you can take. It's called the Loop. You can take it completely around that whole area, and then we made it into Arizona. Spent a couple of days there in Arizona, and then we headed off to California. Excuse me. And that's when I saw the sign for Joshua Tree there. So I thought about you. I was going to give you a call, but I'm trying to trying to. Oh, I know what I wanted to tell everybody. I was working John. I was coming down Highway 20. I was somewhere in between Van Horn and El Paso, and I was working John digitally. I first contacted John on AM. I was just sitting in the driver's seat while Diane was driving down the freeway, and I was talking to John using my remote, and no radio in the car, no antenna in the car. It was just I had a headset and a boom mic plugged into my computer laptop, and I was talking to John there, and it was on 40 meters. Yeah, 40 meters. So I was running from the home station at that time, I was just running 100 watts, and AM it was 25 watts. So that was a lot of fun. It proved to me that there was enough buffer set in the communications, the digital communications, to keep the loss of communication to a minimum when going from one tower to the next. So it proved to me that it was somewhat of a viable method of communications. So that's kind of what I was thinking. So I'm looking forward to the group that I've been working with on writing this software for the iPhone to have it completed by the end of the year, not this year, next year, and it'll make it a lot easier for remote operations, especially when you're mobile like that in a car, or you're out on the beach or at the golf course or whatever. All right, over to you, Ron. This is my last good night, the very best of 73 to everybody. Good to hear everybody on. KD6VWS, over to you, sir. WA6JKN.
Okay, Kevin, WA6JKN, KD6VWS, and lux pertains to light brightness, lux density. So I'm pretty sure that's what they mean. So I've been to Van Horn. When I went through there in '76, it was all dirt roads. So I'm sure they probably paved them by now. But yeah, I remember Van Horn as I was on that road going down to Alpine and coming back from Alpine, coming back up to Van Horn, ran out of gas about 10 miles from Van Horn. And man, that was a bummer. But anyway, there was that plane crash. B-17 crashed in Dallas. I guess there's an air show there, and it collided with another plane. So one less B-17 Fortress, flying Fortress. And Bill, if you're still listening, I did get the 26 tubes. Got the 26 tubes, so but thank you for looking for me. But it lucked out. Got 9 of them for $30 on eBay, and they all check real good. So got enough 26s to last a lifetime and a half. And the band dropped out on Jay and George and Phil. When signals were way down to the noise, so I don't know if you guys are even copying me. So Bill's on the end of the list, so I'll send it to you, Bill, and I'll say my 73. So K6LK, KD6VWS.
Bill in there? I don't hear him.
I guess it goes back to Skip.
Skip, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here, but the band's gone wrong. And there's quite a bit of QSB. For instance, Ron almost dropped out completely. K6LDL, the band is lengthened, you know, changing conditions. Well, if you guys want to do a quick 73 pounds, that's fine with me, but looks like it's a little rough copy there, direct. Thank you very much for your participation, and welcome to the net, Bill. You're always welcome, and all of you, you know, starting with George, and then Jay, and Phil, and John there in Silver Springs, Nevada, and Kevin, and also WHK, Phil, and so on. So, if you want to do a quick 73, it's about time. The band is just about disappeared for local work. 73s, everybody. Back to the top for any final comments. Good night to all. K6LDL.
Yeah, Skip, you dropped way down there, but still copying. But, Ron, do you copy at all?
Were you talking to me, George?
Yeah, I think the band's basically gone. So 73s, everybody. I saw that airplane crash situation. That wasn't good. And I did look it up, Kevin, if you're still listening. Wow, what an amplifier. Yeah, I saw the video and did some reading on the stats. So anyway, we'll talk later. Everybody have a good one. W6Y, EC will be clear.
Boy, you came way up, John. Good copy on you.
Yeah, boy, what a signal difference in 6WHK. 7-3, gentlemen. I'm